So, Phoenix right? More like Phoenix wrong, which is what I'm gonna be, probably. Also, if you heard some beeping before, that was because I was scrolling on my other screen, and apparently that does this, even when I have my mouse on my other screen. So, oops. Back to the best chapter, I guess. At least so far the best chapter. Who knows, it might get better, but this is my favorite so far. So, what happened last time? Because it was like 2-3 weeks ago, I think 2. Last time, I believe, we went back to the investigation. We found out that, Gordy was actually just Larry's dumb float. We met this weirdo, and we found out that he might be the killer, most likely. Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. I think I got the most important bits. Felix White. What? Oh, right. I forgot the Henry Stickmin joke. At least now I can go play that game and understand the joke completely. So that's the thing. Except that this game isn't supposed to have voice acting, but they put voice acting in Henry Stickmin. Which... Actually, are there any Phoenix Wright games that have voice acting? Not that I know of, but I don't know, I'd like to hear, like, official voices. There is an anime, though, so that would probably do it, too. Anyway, what was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. And, again, Kula, no comments about my voice. No comments about the Edgeworth voice. Even I don't know what voice I'm doing. You should know that by now. Alright? A memory of murder. They could be fully voiced in the Japanese version? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, I mean, I doubt they're voiced in the Japanese version of the game, but, like, anime, I can't imagine an anime with no voices, you know? You really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently, but he never takes someone's life. Never. I think Persona 5 does that kinda? What do you mean? Like, having an anime without full voices, or just the Japanese version has voices? Nick. Oh god. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Why did you break into our office? How did you get in our office? Guards? Swooning me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint. Yeah, for definitely the right reasons. Right on, tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh, me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. No. No, the Japanese version is fully voiced, so you can play the international version with the Japanese voices. I never played the game, but I just saw part of the playthrough. Huh. That's strange that they have only one version fully voiced. I would probably end up, at that rate, just playing the game with Japanese audio English text, if that's an option. That way you have voices going, just so you have something to use. That's your assumption? That's not helpful, but alright. So, Larry, today's trial. I don't know for sure, and I'm not gonna fact check. Lazy. I should know by now, though. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. I'm gonna probably spread misinformation. Who would do that? People do that? Go on the internet and lie? Also, I skipped a few text boxes because they progressed on their own while I was reading chat. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy just sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know that he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm gonna believe in you two until the end. Yeah, power of friendship, or whatever. Uh, cheesy. Very, very cheesy. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Heh, enough with the silent treatment. What were those text boxes that were skipped? I can go back. It's just him laughing his ass off is what it is. Alright. Good to know. Didn't really miss much. Also, hang on a minute. My glasses are foggy. I might actually need to get my, my glasses cleaner. Yeah, cleaning my glasses. Live. On stream. How professional. Am I right? But I don't know about you, but, I don't want to be blind. L. What do you mean, L? You wear glasses too, I know that. It really sucks getting the inside lenses, though, for those who don't have glasses. The inside lenses are much more difficult to get. I mean, they're not much more difficult, I guess, but they are more difficult, and it's annoying. Who are you, Velma? Don't say that name. Not now. Not after recent events. I mean, like, I guess it's fine as long as I'm one of the good Velmas. I'm still not over the crossover that they had with, God, what was, oh god, I'm forgetting his name. The guy with the pompadour. I'd say Mystery Inc. Johnny Bravo, yes. The crossover with Johnny Bravo. My glasses! I can't see without my glasses! My glasses! I can't be seen without my glasses! Like, I haven't seen the crossover in so long, but that line lives rent-free in my head. Man, I'm pretty. Yeah. I mean, part of the reason my glasses are so fogged is probably just work. I work as a dishwasher, which means a lot of water, fog, and grossness on my glasses. So, you know, Edgeworth. I haven't seen Johnny Bravo in years, so I don't know. But I remember liking watching him get beat up after he fails to hit on someone, because that deserved, very deserved. Did you just pin him saying gay? He's also a mod. He can unpin that himself. If he figures it out, I guess. Oh, I think he figured it out. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Oh, you figured it out for him. Oh, now you pinned his message to make him. Nice. Yes, in grade school, they saved me, Miles, and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? She does that long, drawn-out what a lot, and I never do it right because I don't want to do it right. Hey Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Oh, sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial, a class trial. Oh no! Oh, don't say that! Don't say that! Fuck, my Danganronpa brain hears that and is just like, oh, someone about to fucking die. A class trial? God damn it. You remember Larry, spring, end of 3rd grade? The kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Ah, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. Is it envelope or envelope? That's a good question, actually. Also, $38 is a very specific number, I gotta say. I was coming down with a cold and I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it! Guilty, it was you! Thief! Give the money back, you're such a meanie. Jeez. Oh, God. Jesus. This just keeps going. Am I supposed to click? Nope, I'm not. 3rd grade trial, verdict, death. Yeah, Danganronpa be like. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I'm sorry, what is that on his shirt? And he still has the hairstyle, the insane hairdo. Even in 3rd grade, he was just lathering himself up with fucking hair gel, trying to get the spikiest possible hair he could. Potato chip police officer? That's what it looks like. It might be a potato or something. I don't know. Maybe some Japanese folklore stuff, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection! He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs! Yeah, that's definitely Edgeworth. Miles? Again, even as a child, the hair! Says the 3rd grader, yeah. It was you who stole my money, was it? Or it wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No? Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That's why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But, Miles, it was your money that was stolen. And then they start yelling. Why don't you all just shut up? Larry, you shit-eater. Like, as a child, he looks like a shit-eater. This is always how it is. Everyone ganging up and picking on one person. Just think of how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. Hey, I'm the only one in chat. Let's make fun of Cool. What, did he leave? What happened? Nope, he's here. That's how it happened. Also, quick question, what kind of a teacher is just like, someone's money got stolen, everyone organize the desks, we're having a trial, and then just lets the kids all yell at each other and just sits there and watches? The number was 1, like the viewer's number? Yeah, that takes a while to update sometimes, so no guarantee that was actually him leaving. Like, I can see that there's technically like 5 people in chat, and the number says 2. But, like, see, I just don't trust the viewer number, really. It's just not accurate at all. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. After the trial. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm gonna become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. I don't know how I'm supposed to read for Edgeworth child. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right, I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. My voice died at the end of that line. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought, too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it, though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he'd become who he'd become. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me, whether he wanted to or not. That's very roundabout, but sure. In court. Like, this is just adding fuel to the shipping fires. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's a pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Nick! Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. Very well, maybe. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence if I no longer need. Okay, let's go. What did we get rid of? Not a whole lot. Profiles? Nope, the profiles are all the same. But yeah, not much evidence has been gotten rid of. I think maybe like 3 pieces of evidence. I think this gun used to be on the far right side. I think we've only lost like 3 things. Still helpful. I too make great career decisions just to meet some guy from 3rd grade who saved me from having to pay $38. Clearly you don't understand how gay people work. I still don't. Both of you have very different reactions to this information, and both are amazing. But really though, Phoenix, what made you think that was a good idea, and how is it working out for you? Like, why is this working? Detention center, I guess. Is Larry gonna be following me now? I hope not. You look as grim as always. Heh. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. You'll fall even. Well, maybe yeah, but... that's coming from someone who's partly gay. Pan. Yeah. It's fair, honestly. I don't understand how I work either. I'm out of soda. God damn it. Might have to leave later this stream to get more soda, but not right now. Well, maybe yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. You stay away from my iron skillet. Do you have any idea how overused the pan jokes are? And yet somehow, that's still one of the funniest ones I've heard. You two are gonna start fighting again, I see it already. I'm just gonna let you two go at it. Perhaps. Why prosecute? Hey Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yoki. He had to be the shooter any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. Prosecutor Von Karma. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick? He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he's taken, none were left unsolved. Not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. Possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. God, you people. I'm still keeping an eye on chat for the record. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Smile for the camera. Hasn't moved. Cool. I guess now I start moving. Let's go to Grossberg. I doubt he'll have much to say. He's out again. When does he work anyway? Not now. Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. Alright. Why do I have to... whatever. Criminal affairs. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Alright, so that means that those places are basically off limits. Hey pal, long time no see! Oh, Detective Gumshoe! Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. Ah! No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotto is camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Well, that honestly helps me, because that's one less place I have to search. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed, too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Anything in the trash can this time? Doubtful. Alright. I'm not gonna go around examining everything right now. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem! Who? I'd know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Oh, Grossberg. Hello. What may you be doing here? Oh, for a walk, Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg. This is no time for idle reminiscing. He does look like Fancy Wario! I've never thought of that, but that's so true. Why is that true? Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. Okay, thanks, bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Can I go inside? He left behind his bird! Nobody's home. Hello! Oh, God. Hey, it's Polly! What? What are you doing? What? Are you going insane in chat over there? Have you lost your mind? Whatever. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Nothing. Nothing new. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. And I can not... Oh, wait, maybe I can... That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. Let's break and enter. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. Huh, there's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says that this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? So either somebody else was making him do this, like as an assassin or something, or he was writing this letter to himself because of memory problems. Both of them seem kind of likely, honestly. Also, you probably heard that. That was me turning off the heater in my room, because it's getting pretty hot in here. It was freezing, though, earlier. What with winter and everything. Is February still considered winter? I think it is. I don't actually know, like, the exact days that the seasons are considered changing over. Is that common knowledge, actually? Is that common knowledge that I just don't know, or winter I never knew her? Alright, I walked into that one. Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Until they say that you wrote it. Because, honestly, that's probably what they're gonna go with. I can imagine it now. Karma's gonna go, "Who says you didn't write that letter?" Like, that wasn't the voice that I was supposed to go with, but hey. Pretty sure the seasons change on the 21st each time they do change. Oh, really? That's new. There's nothing left in the safe. I wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him. He left in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. I'm sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. It doesn't look like he used his kitchen much. You're right. I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. What, you thought he was telling the truth? Say, Nick, don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them? Yeah, I guess so. You mean pictures of the fish they caught, right? Right, but don't all the fish on the wall here look really puny to you? Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away. What? I've never heard that. Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker, and we did see him. Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here? I don't know. I don't know what either of you are talking about. Yeah, everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. I guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. That fishing pole looks expensive and sealable. Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe. I just said that. Don't you think the caretaker would mind? I don't care. Disregard the ping, my good jolly fellow. What? What ping? Did you ping me on Discord or something? You know that Discord turns pings off when I open up Streamlabs, right? Yeah, you did ping. Did you know that actually? Yeah, that's a nice feature. Yeah, it's called streamer mode. It detects that Streamlabs is open and automatically turns off notifs. Anyway, I guess I'll check that out later. Well, we can just leave him the metal detector in exchange. Maybe we'd better not. Ah! What's wrong? Huh? Oh, never mind. What? Tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I remembered they're showing a Pink Princess special this week. How is it hard for my parents to remember that I stream at the same time every week? How? Oh, see? That's why I didn't want to tell you. Also, I clicked on the trash can, but it detected the TV. As a side note. Well, I guess that's everything in here. Steal his lunch. Steal his lunch money, see how he feels. Yeah. Just kind of zooming through. Nick, the forest! There's someone in there! Oh. You're right, there's a few policemen in there. They must be looking for the caretaker. Good luck. Alright. The lake, I guess?
This lake sure likes to cause problems, doesn't it?
Huh?
I mean, everything that happened here turned out to be a lie. Gordy was a lie, and the charges against Mr. Edgeworth were all lies.
I guess you're right.
I mean, I'm glad the charges were all lies, but still.
Ah, I almost didn't see that signpost. Yep, same as usual. No one's gonna sit here on a coldy day like today unless they were eating a samurai dog.
You seem troubled, Nick.
No, who, me? What? Yeah. This all seems kinda just the usual. Oh, I'm happy you saved Edgeworth. True, we owe him big. Alright. I'm guessing I gotta go to either Grossberg or, the police. Yeah, not the police, then. Gotta go to the detention center first, then go to Grossberg's. No? No? I saw Grossberg, I thought he would be here. Eh. Table for clients, yeah. I just kinda wanna get the check marks on everything. I just wish that the check mark would stay. You know? Like, I've already examined these things a million times. I just wish that the check mark would stay unless it's something new.
Oh, 1 day left, Nick.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no time to waste. Let's get going.
Might as well talk to her. What do you think we should do now, Maya?
You would know best, Nick. Just do what you do. That should work.
That's not helpful. Well, had any good ideas?
This is all tied to the DL6 incident. We'd better find out as much as we can about that murder before tomorrow.
Something that happened back then has a hold on Edgeworth and it won't let go. Don't I have the files on it? Yeah, I have the files on it. So I don't really need to go back for that. Air in the elevator was oxygen depleted at the time of the incident. No clues were found on the scene. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney, trapped in elevator returning from a lost trial with son. Miles Edgeworth, age 9. 1 bullet in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. And Yanni Yogi, court bailiff, trapped in elevator with Edgeworth's. Memory loss due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Oh. That's weird. But Polly is the name of the parrot. That's sad. If this guy really is, like, if the old man really is Yogi, then, that's sad that he'd name the parrot Polly. Ooh. Let's see. I must be reading predictions for the future on someone's homepage. Oh my god. Nothing here. Who would've guessed? Actually, you know what? Maybe Edgeworth has something to say. No? Maybe I can present this, the letter. Edgeworth, see this letter? Hmm? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me?
Who is that old guy anyway?
I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant who got declared guilty or something? Nice, right, but I don't remember that old man. Not at all.
So he was following this letter then?
Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. 2 men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond?
It also says this is your last chance.
Last chance? Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yogi?
The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Present that. It was that case that changed my life. Tomorrow on December 28th, its statute of limitations runs out. Tomorrow, could that be a coincidence? But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it'll never be erased from my memory. Never. I'm gonna limit your statute, Mr. Yogi. That is the lamest possible threat you could have come up with.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
Alright. Yanni Yogi. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. Oh right, the earthquake. I forgot. That's why the elevator stopped. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned. The darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled.
Help, I can't breathe.
Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier.
I want to get out. Help, get us out.
Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. Hey, you're not allowed to say the copy pasta unless it's the start of the stream, you cheater. Yeah, really though, I'm not that upset about it, as long as you're not spamming. I don't want the entire chat to be filled with that as all. What? It's the strat of the stream for me. Yeah. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent.
Huh, but isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you?
Right.
Yeah?
There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. The nightmare. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Yes, already went with this. Same dialogue as like 2 minutes ago.
I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What are you? Stop breathing my air. No, Father. He's attacking Father.
It's hard to tell who's talking when all you have to go off of is a picture and nothing else. You know that there are 3 people and that's all you get. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. The days I pick up the pistol. Get away! Hey, get away!
Get away from my father!
I'm not screaming. I say this every time, but I don't want to scream. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
But that's just a dream, right?
That's not how you use a pistol, stupid kid. Yeah, throw the pistol. I can't wait for donations so we can bribe you into screaming. No. No. I live in a house with other people. No. Simply no.
That's just a dream, right? Right?
That thought is the only thing that's kept me sane for the last 15 years. You can use the donations to move out, though. May have accidentally reported you. The fuck? How? What? How do you accidentally do that? But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. I told him not to. There was no confirm button, did as joke. You dumbass. You absolute dumbass. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it, Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad.
What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do?
He didn't actually do that. Yeah, he better not. I mean, I would hope that if someone were to report me, whether accidentally or on purpose, that I would get some kind of notification saying that or something. I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe.
There is, Nick! There's someone else who knows about DL6.
I was right. It is Grossberg. Not the second one, but the first one was actually true. What? Why? What? Why? Why would you press that button even jokingly, though? Like, what? Mr. Grossberg. Ah, hello there, what's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding, I can't believe you're not.
My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, hmm?
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He
was messing with me. We were in a Discord call. When did that happen? Yesterday or today? I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
Like 5 minutes ago? Why are you in a Discord call 5 minutes ago in the middle of the stream? What? I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, hmm?
Well...
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real, as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired somehow, and the deed was done. How does that happen? How does throwing a gun make it fire? I mean, I don't know much about guns, but I don't feel like that's something that should happen. Right? We're still in one? You're still in a Discord? Why? That can happen? Really?
No. I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. I think the falling can trigger the trigger. How? You're more American than I, so it's possible. What? How am I more American than you? What does that mean? We both live in the same country. Gregory Edgeworth. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? Have you ever shot a gun? No, I haven't. Oh, Garfield? No, I have never shot a gun. I mean, I have shot guns in video games, but I don't think that counts. He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. It's Nerf for Mutton. Wow. You have shot a gun, huh? That's news to me.
Von Karma is an extreme man, forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost. And died in despair, as it were.
Despair? Dang it.
No.
I just think of Danganronpa so often because it's a just Japanese mystery visual novel brain. Despair or that pair. I'm going to bring Smash Despair. I love that image. Just the image of Sephiroth holding a giant pear. It's so good. Yeah, wrong voice.
I see.
The spirit medium.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. And that was your mother, Misty Faye.
I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi.
Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him.
I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
It's only a possibility, mind you, but a possibility nonetheless.
We actually have a similar name in StarCraft 2, Surrender to Despair. Nice. Sort of similar meme. I don't know why I read meme as a name. Look, my brain ain't work. Can I make chat bigger on my screen, actually? I'm curious. Yes, I can, but that doesn't increase text size. Huh. Weird. There's no, oh, chat appearance, maybe? Ah, yeah, font size. Yep, there it is. Ooh, that's too big, that font size. That's good. Alright. There you go. That's actually a lot better. Glad I went out of my way to do that. Half the mods of the mission where the fine is said edit the model of the guy who says it to have a pear either in their hand or on their head. Wow. Yeah, yeah, that's fun. Anyway. Also, I know I said fine instead of line. That was me reading too fast, okay? That had nothing to do with the text size. Actually, maybe I can present the DL6 case file.
This incident took place 15 years ago tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see the completion of not one, but 2 trials. All thanks to the statute of limitations. However, I'm afraid the damage the DL6 incident has caused will never be erased.
Picture.
Gregory Edgeworth, he was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what would have become of Von Karma were he alive.
And the letter.
Oh ho, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own.
Huh? His own sake?
He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined.
Huh?
You'll understand soon enough. Wait.
What is it?
This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago.
How do you remember someone's handwriting that well?
Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this?
Yanni Yogi, maybe? Maybe it was Yanni Yogi.
Yanni Yogi? You claim he wrote himself this letter, then followed his own instructions?
I mean, if the memory problems are real, then probably.
Yeah, I guess that would be what happened. Rumph, perhaps you think Mr. Yogi has a split personality? Just bad memory. I think that's definitely a possibility. Not really. No, I think not. I do not know this Yogi in any case. There's no way I would recognize his handwriting. Ah, right. Yes, right, I'll ask you again. Karma then? Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I usually see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred von Karma himself.
What does this mean, then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth?
If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. We'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. God, why?
I don't know where that yawn came from.
You'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no.
But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist.
Also, something I've had to ask about the whole DL6 thing from the beginning. Don't elevators have security cameras? Like, most elevators should have security cameras as far as I know. Right? At least the ones I've been in. Nonsense. The incident took place in 2001, so... Yeah, I guess, but the thing is, like... a lot of security, or a lot of elevators I've been in since a kid have had security cameras. Security in a government building, you know, that kind of counteracts the 2001 argument a bit. Yeah, they really should have security cameras there in that elevator. Why wouldn't they? I mean, I guess you could probably make the argument. Yeah, the earthquake. I was about to say that, and the earthquake immobilized the elevator. Yeah, but I don't know. If there were security cameras, I feel like they would have said, "Oh, and the security cameras went out," or something along those lines, and instead of just ignoring it entirely. I don't know.
You may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred.
Also, there's normally a vent to the elevator shaft. I don't think those doors are airtight. Yeah, that was also kind of something I was thinking. They should have vents. They should have had, like, some airflow in the elevator. So, I don't know. The safety in this building's elevator is just not up to par. Don't elevators have, like, 1,000 safety precautions in them, usually? At least ones that would be in a government building, I would think, should have that many safety precautions. Because one thing I do know is that elevators do have, like, precautions in case the wires are cut or something to stop it from falling, unlike in movies where it just goes. There are things that do that. But, like, I don't know. I hate elevators. Fair. I can step in an elevator personally, but I don't usually like it. It's better than the stairs, but based on just not wanting my legs to fall off, but it makes me scared. Yeah, I take the fear over the exercise, personally. I just usually reason that they have, like, 1,000,000 safety precautions, because I know they do. I know that elevators do have, like, 1,000 safety precautions, usually. So, I just say that to myself the whole time I'm in an elevator to calm myself down. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma?
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusations stood.
Elevators at college are usually slower than the stairs by a large margin. My college, I mean. Yeah, I mean, that's fair, but most buildings, it's usually worth taking the elevator. Then again, yeah, I am probably also... I'm mostly comparing it to my recent vacation, in which case we were carrying luggage most of the time, so, you know, elevator, obviously, obvious choice. But, you know, if given the choice, even then, I'll usually take the elevator, even if it's just, like, me without anything in my hands. So, I don't know.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor.
In safety, date, what, elevators at college? Depends on how many floors I'm going up. Yeah, that's true, that's true. If you're only going up or down one floor, there's no reason to take the elevator at that point. If you're going up, like, half the building, then yeah, obviously take the elevator.
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man.
4 to 5 flights of stairs is the most I'll do. Yeah, that's a reasonable number, honestly. I would probably have mine lowered to 3 to 4, but that's because I'm a lazy motherfucker.
That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe.
You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. Not really. 9 to 10 is my limit. Wow, you have a pretty high limit.
In any case, that was the first time he took a vacation from work.
Then again, you are also scared, so yeah, I'm unreasonably scared of them. Fair. Yeah, also, would your biggest fear be spiders in an elevator? Like, get in an elevator only to find out that there's a spider in it? That would be your biggest fear, wouldn't it? Yep. That's confirmation. That's his worst fear. Everyone point and laugh. I'm kidding. Oh god, hang on. Oh, so I just remembered, I have a VR game called Richie's Plank Experience, where you take an elevator that goes all the way to the top floor of a skyscraper, and then you stand out on basically a plank and just have a fear of heights simulator. But there's another option where instead of the plank having like cake at the end is normally what you're going for, instead it'll have a spider at the end. So you have to walk out to the plank and intentionally walk toward a giant fucking spider. It would just be your absolute worst fear. Archbishop of Garfield into the Spider Vader.
That was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation?
What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is gonna bring up DL6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
I won't let him.
Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know.
Wouldn't that technically be manslaughter? Isn't that like a separate charge? It's still, you know, a thing that you would go to jail for, I think. But yeah, I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone.
But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave.
I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Accidental manslaughter, yeah.
Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
Additionally, he was a child at the time of the crime, so he should not be charged with as much now.
Yeah,
or as such now. Yeah, that's also true. In a new game, there's an arachnophobia and an arachnophilia mode. What? Excuse me? What are you talking about? What game is this? Also, what
Why, in chat, your little, icon for being a moderator disappeared. That's weird. Oh, never mind, it's back.
Shadows over Loathing?
Huh.
I think I've heard the name. I've heard the name. Now it's gone for you? Oh, it's back. That's so... Twitch, why? But I've heard of Shadows over Loathing, but I don't know much about it. Oh, right, Shadows over Loathing. Yeah, is that all... Yeah, no, it is related to West of Loathing. West of Loathing is the weird, like, RPG stick figure comedy game, but if I remember, Shadows over Loathing is is a parody, or it's the same concept, except instead of a Western, it's, Lovecraftian, right? Right? I understand. The police materials, huh? Yes. Uh, I saw back in the day when West of Loathing first came out, I saw Markiplier's playthrough, so... But I don't remember a whole lot of West of Loathing. I remember a couple jokes here and there, but I don't remember a whole ton of it, so I could play both, honestly, on future streams. But, you know, either way, big recommend. Yeah, considering I already know some of West of Loathing, but not a whole lot of it, because I forgot most of it. Which one do you think I should play first? Any recommendations, like, between the two? I think I've got everything I want from Grossberg. Might as well see if there's anything else to present. Yeah, I just presented the letter, right? Yeah. 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 That was where that came from. Has to be on arachnophilia mode, though. Does it make everything spiders? What does it do? How does it roll? How does it work? How does that... What? Because, like, arachnophobia mode, I would assume, makes the spiders less creepy. And, like, some games I know just, like, take their poly count and just shrink it down to, like, nothing. I think West of Loathing is the better intro to the series. Alright. Anyway. If I end up, playing Shadows over Loathing, how does arachnophilia mode work? Oh, I think it reduces the amount of spiders in random encounters, so arachnophilia, it makes it more. Wow. That's hilarious and horrible. Yeah, move. There's nothing here, I don't think. Yeah. So at this point, I'm basically just, like, running around showing the letter to everyone. Nope, wrong click. Criminal affairs? Yep. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there, but I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry! Yeah, get in there! Watch his ass! Make sure he's not forging anything! Realistically, only photorealistic spiders make me scared, so it wouldn't really matter anyway, even if I did have arachnophilia mode on. It's like, you wouldn't be that scared. Because I know how that game's art style looks. It's just black and white stick figures, basically. And the spiders aren't going to look much better. But that's part of the charm. Dusty as always. We were only just here yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. On Karma. That's somehow worse than if he were here. This cabinet is where they keep evidence for current cases. Some of the things are obviously murder weapons, others are question marks. Most of it just looks like random junk. Nick, what do you think this clothespin is for? Don't touch that, it's evidence. Yeah, don't want to put your own fingerprints on it. It looks like there's some files inside this glass case. The spooters from that game look like circles with stilts. Yeah. I can imagine it now, honestly, because, like, again, I've seen that game's art style. Like again, it was years ago when I saw West of Loathing, but one of the few things that stuck with me with that game, aside from a few of the jokes, was the art style. Because, again, it's really simple, but really good. Really charming looking. I like it. The case is so dusty, I can't see what's inside. I love that we're talking about a completely different game right now as well while I'm playing this.
Nick, it's locked.
They must keep important case files in there. There's shelves stuffed with case files in the back of the room, too. Forgotten cases, rotting away for eternity.
Nick, let's get what we need and get out of here. All this dust is getting to me.
Here are files of collected case reports. There's quite a large volume of reports here.
Wow, these are all case reports?
Yeah, it's like a graveyard of police cases.
I guess my sister's case report is in here too. Quietly gathering dust.
That's everything? How is that everything? I didn't get anything from any of that. Really? Am I missing something? I can't move around. It would show it in the corner that there's a move button. Huh. Weird. Oh, specifically the open drawer.
Huh? One of the drawers here is open.
I thought that was just how they drew the background. I didn't know that that had any significance. Someone must have been looking in it recently.
The label says unsolved cases evidence.
Ah, unsolved cases.
Nick! The file for DL6, it's completely empty.
What? What are you doing in here?
Eek! Von Karma!
You! How do you know my name? Huh? Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? Ahem! I beg your pardon, you see? I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. He looks completely different facing front, by the way. It's a little cursed, but yeah. Oh god, his face. Talk. Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, I always second-rate. Front-facing Karma is just cursed. Yeah, like, we've gotten used to front-facing Edgeworth at this point. Front-facing Karma is new. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did, but what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. I'm spitting all over my fucking computer screen doing his voice, but I don't have face cam on, so you'll never know. Tomorrow's trial. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. Yeah, it always becomes that. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework, well then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Karma is gonna bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. So, did you write this letter? Bitch? Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter?
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle.
What? Nick, what is that thing?
That's a taser. We're in the middle of a fucking police station. Why do they not have security cameras here? They should have fucking security cameras. A stun gun for self-defense, usually.
Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence.
600,000?
Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now give me the letter.
No.
No!
Well, what are you...
Nick, run!
Open the door and call for help. Jesus, they're in the other room, the police. Maya.
Out of my way!
Really? That was stupid. This is a police station. Where are the security cameras and the security guards? There, no one? No one's here? Really? He got us. Somehow. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya. Maya, open your eyes. Maya.
The letter, did he take it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Are you okay? Phoenix has a bad habit of confronting the villain without any assurance. This is the third time. Yeah. Wait, when was... I remember the one time. Well, yeah, there was the one... Oh yeah, no, this is 3 times. Yeah. 3 times in a row, even. My god. Like, really? And God knows if I don't confront them with evidence like this, they're just not gonna let me continue with the story. Maya be like, no, I can't snort. Yeah, there it is. Maya be like, me. Yeah. Does she honk me, or does she honk shoe? Arrested in White's office, nearly killed by gangsters, and now assaulted by Karma. Yeah. Like, Phoenix. Why? Why are you doing this? Like, I don't get a choice in the story for, like, I have to do this to continue the story. So, why Phoenix? Are you a honk shoe guy or a honk me guy? I don't know. I haven't heard myself snoring. I'm asleep usually.
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold.
Shot? That wasn't a stun gun, that was a taser. Whatever. I mean, he said it was a stun gun, but they drew a taser. So I don't know.
I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all.
What, do you want to just... Oh, is she saying she wants to die? Hey. Maya. There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya. She's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 incident. Evidence number 7. Taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. What, do you not know her phone number? Well, yeah, just call her. Call your sister. Easy. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. So now we go on to the actual difficult portion. Not useless, just not useful. You're mean. This is it. Judgment Day. Today things are gonna get settled at last. A lot of things. Ah! What's the big idea?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday.
How?
Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
This trial will end in 1 hour, I predict. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside for a discharge?
Right, good idea.
Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Maya's Palpatine. Oh, that was Gumshoe. What's gotten into that girl? Not right, quite the right voice. Very similar to Von Karma, but not quite as dramatic. Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How'd it go, Detective? Have no fear, as promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. Just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm gonna prove it. The Senate. She is and has always been. Sorry, another yawn. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. He looks like a cartoon zombie. He kinda does, yeah. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. Why I left court. What was his voice? I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. No, it wasn't that, was it? Old man voice. How can I do an old man voice? I forgot. I'm really sorry about just leaving. No. I completely forgot his voice. 100%. Old man stoner. I'm really sorry. Nope, that's Squidward. What? I literally forgot how to do his voice, nor can I ever remember how to do it, huh? I'm really sorry. Nope. I'm really sorry about just leaving it. Nope. Mr. Krabs, try that. I'm really sorry about Nope, I can't take that seriously. I can't. I'm really sorry. Nope. What? How? How did I do it last time? It was 2 weeks ago. I should. Shit. What the hell? I feel like I have to just hear what I did last time to remember it. I fled police custody because I heard the bank was giving out free money. Honestly, at this rate, I might just end up giving him a different voice entirely. Be a mad lad and check the VOD. Just like, yeah, I could literally check the VOD. In fact, you might end up, like, you might just straight up hear the VOD right now if I do that.
hang on. Is it this one? Is this the VOD from it? Because I should still have it on my computer. Oh, yep. Yeah, hang on a minute. I'm just gonna mute the desktop audio for you guys. Just... Yes, I'm really doing this. We're doing it live, people. We're doing it fully live. I'm also turning down the music on the game so I can hear my own voice in this. You know what? Actually, you do deserve to hear this. Where is it? This...
Figured out now. You're not Keith.
Ah. You're not Keith! Something like that. That was kind of the voice I did. Oop. It saved for me. I'm currently rewriting backstory. It saves for me, huh? Hang on a minute. I might just manually save just in case that autosave is considered a different slot or something.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing.
Does that sound good?
I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is.
Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. You're rewriting your backstory for D&D right now? I mean, hey, at least you're doing it. You're doing something semi-productive right now. Unlike me, I'm just playing a video game and letting you guys watch.
I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did.
Well, why did you? I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger.
No, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony.
He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, on Karma and Yanni Yogi.
But I wasn't running away or nothing.
There you go. Then why did you leave?
He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone's talking?
If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. I went to buy some food for Polly. Food?
Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France.
I was also debating having him say France instead to make him sound like he's trying to be more fancy than he is, but he's not the type of character to do that.
They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
France? Not the French. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack?
Yeah, well, I kinda got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack.
Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that.
I see. So he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. God, the judge is so dumb. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yeah, yep, it seems like it.
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, huh? You know exactly who you are.
The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof.
Ugh. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible.
I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue.
I mean, I need one of those motive things right now. Got one. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge, it's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory, otherwise it's gonna be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies.
Order, order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name.
Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident.
It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Oh, why do I have hiccups? Not now.
Nick, how are you gonna prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see, that makes sense.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Huh?
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
What? What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yup.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright?
DNA. DNA testing. That could be a thing.
It seems the case has been decided no.
No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. That would take too long. Yeah, but it would be, you know, evidence. There has to be another way.
There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one!
Nick, what are we gonna do?
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Stop tisking.
Well, Mr. Wright.
True, but unfortunately it's the third and final day. Fuck that law.
Perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, huh?
Actually, I might have got spoiled on this. I think that happens. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot?
What is it, Nick? No, you're not gonna...
Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up?
On my proposal?
Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot.
Order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object.
Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game?
Yes. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so.
Bailiff, bring in the parrot.
It has its own set of sprites. Love it.
That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Ahem. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us.
Who is your owner?
Hello, hello. Ah!
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination.
Right.
What are you gonna do, Nick?
I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Hang on, can I present the parrot to the parrot? Answers to the name Polly. Yep, there you go. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow. It clearly, contradicts the, I thought. You don't sound very convinced, Mr. Wright. Objection overruled. You know, I assumed that was gonna lead Phoenix into saying, hey, it responds to the name Polly. Because, you know, it says it responds to the name Polly. Probably just press, yeah, that's, I mean, yeah. But I mean, like, I wanted to do one and done. I wanted to look cool is the thing. And I mean, that feels like the answer, right? Fine. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right, what do I say?
Polly, have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
What? Don't forget DL6.
Yep. If I can get Polly to say that here, that'll prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Hello, hello.
That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot.
Hello.
Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it.
This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it?
Something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. What if I press on just nothing? Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me.
Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot.
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her.
Yeah. This is stupid. I mean, I assume presenting isn't gonna do a whole ton. Right? My attorney's badge! Clearly the parrot will understand what that means! I doubt a photo will do much either, but might as well try. Yeah, no, it doesn't do anything. The health bar's still there. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, what's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name.
Polly, Polly, what's your name?
Polly, Polly. Ah.
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Sure. Yes, it does.
Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. I just remembered what I have in this.
Yeah, Polly Jenkins. Yeah, fiance.
Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far?
Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who's the caretaker. We're here to prove that he's Yana Yogi. All we need to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is this.
The DL6 case file.
That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please show us the very long document's 3rd page, which is literally the only 3 pages. Really, Von Karma? You can't read past 3 pages? You fucking imbecile. Where in this file is the information connected to the parrot's name?
Let me see what page title it is. Case summary, victim data, suspect data. There it is, suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yana Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
Indeed it does say that, yes.
But what was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly?
Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible.
Bah! A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix.
That's a lie. That's probably a lie.
Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé?
She's only
7 years old.
Indeed. Alone it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I gonna find that?
Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence.
Right, but what?
Very well, witness, you may continue.
Alright. Now let's try the 3rd option, why not? Now what's the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe.
Huh? The safe? Why?
Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay?
Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack?
1228. 1228.
My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker.
I believe is that the date of the murder? Yeah, 1228. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Ha! Ridiculous! How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Let's present the fucking file again. The DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case?
Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to that safe number?
The case summary. It's on the case summary page.
The case summary?
Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident? December 28th. Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 1228.
Ah.
He used the date of the DL6 incident as a number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Bah! This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1.
You shouldn't tell people that.
This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing.
Give me your money.
That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here.
This is a mere coincidence, that's all.
True, that is a possibility. However, 2 coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
We just need 12 more digits.
No, I think he means his credit card IP, or like you know, the digits that you enter after you put your credit card in, like swipe the credit card at stores and stuff. The pin, yes, the pin. I was not remembering the word for it, but yeah, the pin. I'm pretty sure that's all that was. So technically, it's not really useful, but you know, not on its own at least.
What are you saying?
Summon the caretaker of the boat shop immediately. Witness, tell us your name.
Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay. Well, fuck, I forgot the voice. No, nah.
I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally, he's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Yeah, I don't have to do the voice quite as accurately now because he's totally a different person. Definitely. I had something in my throat. Ah, God. Hang on. I'm fine. You know that feeling when a piece of food like gets loose from your teeth and you just yeah, I think that just happened. It's still old L, acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
That's I think that's accurate, maybe.
Order. Yanni Yogi.
Are you holding your nose? Nope, that's just my voice.
So was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death?
Yeah, I can just do that voice. Fine, I don't need to hold my nose. Onyx shall join? Oh no. Why do you want him to join the stream and watch me be an idiot?
Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets.
Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean?
I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
On Karma, where is Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession.
Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is
Innocent, in this case at least.
Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are clear of suspicion for this particular case, so I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
Not guilty, but also the trial's gonna still keep going. I love how he's standing completely stiff like a board. I'm not surprised, though.
That is all. This court is adjourned. Did someone just say objection?
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No.
Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
And then they do the side-facing sprite for that, too.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick, Edgeworth is trying to convince.
I can't speak.
Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. He's gonna tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's gonna tell them he killed his own dad.
Uh-oh, what do I do? Raise an objection. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
For 15 years, I've had a reoccurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare, that's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything it was as clear as day. The murderer, criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Side-facing sprite suddenly.
Order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
I'm gonna use this recess as an opportunity for me personally to go to the bathroom and get myself a new drink, because my throat is getting sore, so I kind of need a drink right now. I'll be back. I'm back. Video game time. Continuing with the video game time. What? Have you two been having a conversation? Oh, you're just talking about D&D stuff, I guess? Oh boy, what? Oh boy, I'm back. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder no matter what the circumstances. No, that's not true. This is crazy, just crazy.
Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case for what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. Here we go.
Now then, I would like to resume our trial, and hopefully get this over quickly, because it's been 2 hours.
Actually, earlier didn't you say that this would end in an hour? How long has it been since then?
Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted to his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. 38 minutes? Oh, God. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book.
I see. Does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. On Karma, you knew this was gonna happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well. Will Mr. Miles Edgeworth take the stand? I added Mr. in there for no reason, but it still worked.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That'll be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. DL6 incident.
That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream.
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. Bah! The same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Alright, gone to the courtroom to observe a trial. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day?
I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case?
It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details.
Because he would say it that way, I think. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence.
When we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator. Yeah, I was wondering why you said it that way. Because I was in character. I don't actually say details. But Von Karma would. Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first. But then as time passed and no one came to help, my father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Smooth transition. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then, just then, something heavy fell at my feet. Another smooth transition. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff Yanni Yogi's. Safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up! What happened next? I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was taking a sip of my soda. I mean, in a daze. The gun fired once. Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream? I know there were 2 gunshots from what I remember. To this day, yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. I'd better find out and quick. Yup. Boop. Single gunshot. I pressed the press button by accident, but nothing bad about that, I guess. Now... Nope, that's the wrong gun. Where is it? File? Check. Defense attorney has 1 bullet in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. So I guess just present that? Are you sure you only heard 1 gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. Karma voice. Only superior attorneys drink a superior beverage, like Dr. Pepper. You know it's better because it's a doctor. Honestly, though, I do like Dr. Pepper. It's my favorite soda, but I usually drink Coca-Cola because we don't have Dr. Pepper in the house much, since I'm, like, the only person who likes it. But still, Coca-Cola's a second. Dr. Pepper is the only soda I like. Yeah, that's an uncommon statement, honestly. Most people I hear say Dr. Pepper sucks. Like, people just hate it for some reason. Grape soda's okay. I'm not a fan of the fruit-flavored sodas, but I don't have anything against them either, so, you know. But I have to be in the mood, fair. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? The victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard 1 gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What?
I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? Yes. Literally, look at the fucking picture. There is a bullet wound in his heart and in the elevator window. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you the proof.
What? Impossible!
No, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have any evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related? Which one's the picture? There it is.
Look at this, look at this photograph! I say that so many times, but still.
This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. You can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth.
This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it.
But let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where?
Your Honor, please get a clue. I say it in my head when I see that line. Yeah. Just look at the goddamn bullet in the window. That should be obvious. The contradiction is here.
I see. A bullet hole in the door.
Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. They could have broken the window to get air. That's not... That is clearly a bullet hole in the window. I'm just saying. I mean, like, they could have shot the window in an attempt to get air. Yes, that is true. But still. That's not disproving my point. Still a window, still glass. 2 minutes, hurry up.
Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Wait, no, I miscounted. 12. Shush. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page.
The case summary? That's on page 1.
Look what's written in there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
He does have a point.
That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
Like what? You said it was a bullet hole. What could have made the bullet hole other than a bullet hole? What?
Order, I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the scene of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
Tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
Yeah, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No, but you said you'd do it. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else, who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. Alternatively, someone from outside the elevator shot through the window and killed him. 1 bullet, 2 bullet holes, and the second shot, I don't really know, is the thing. I don't know where the gun being shot twice would be from. As Von Karma said, it technically could have been at some other time, So, could be unrelated. Still, if that is the case, then it's someone outside the elevator. Therefore, reverse your thinking. Neither of the people in the elevator were the killers. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick.
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only one bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So you killed your father, though that was not your intention.
Yes, I did.
Oh no. He's accepted the guilt.
Very well. Statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right now.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying. Though my mind's gone blank, I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright?
I have an objection, actually. We got 8 minutes, we fine? Your Honor, I object. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object?
Nick.
I don't know. His case is perfect.
Oh no.
What? Hang on. Hang on. I saw that very briefly. It must exist. Yep. The second bullet. Roblox death sound. Oof. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist? But where? Someone took it.
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed.
What? Well, we've just heard proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal took the second bullet. But why?
Huh?
First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? The murderer had to find it.
Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. Bah! What possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is... the bullet would be proof. Maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof.
Proof?
It was a special bullet, so that's what? If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired? Oh, right. Eh. That's not what I was going for. What my thought process with that was that, you know, Von Karma could have been forging evidence, so, you know. The murderer didn't need it? Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but, the murderer had to take the bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Well, for instance... For instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer?
The bullet hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime.
Soba. Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes.
But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean...
The murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges in the bullet. The bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then, the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... It could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. We're running out of time, hurry. It was Von Karma. Oh man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright. You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Yes! Your Honor, there's a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking.
What?
Von Karma. Von Karma? In that smile.
You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there?
Bah!
You don't object?
I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection?
Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Yeah.
Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues.
He probably didn't undergo surgery.
That would leave a doctor as a witness. Yeah, nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he could have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait, you can just pull bullets out? Wait, I didn't read that right, I don't think. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot?
Hang on a minute. Is this bullet his bullet? Taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart? Is it the same bullet? Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence, just how you like it so much.
What?
The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... I can't say it right now. Dramatic conclusion.
What exactly is that?
Sorry.
Judge if you would.
Right, penalty. Ah, damn it, no dramatic finish. Knowing this game, I was very expecting that. I'm really not sure I've managed to make it this far. Alright. We failed Mental Gin. Damn. How would Misty Faye be related? Something in the photograph that I'm missing? Nothing I don't think I'm missing. Hey, worst case scenario, I just saved, so whatever. Throw it out there, why not? Hole in window? Yeah, I know the hole in the window. Yeah, whatever, shut up. Load. Why not? That's not presenting it.
What exactly is that?
Yeah. Hole in window was not correct, apparently. I don't understand how this would be useful. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, hang on. Wait, hang on a minute. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean? I do. There's the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible, for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find.
I refuse.
You refuse? But refusing this means... you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you.
Yeah, you were staring at the metal detector because you've already played the game. You have to know from an outside perspective, that's fucking ludicrous. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now.
Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Also, I like to imagine that Phoenix just, like, cartoonishly pulls a metal detector out of his pocket like it's a fucking Looney Tune. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Ah, God, I hate that tone. I hate that tone so much. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma?
You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6.
But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I.
Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6?
Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident after I save. Someone get a surgeon on the field now. And here's my final proof. What is my proof? Imagine this is the same gun. If this is the same gun, I'm gonna go fucking wild. You betting on the hole in the window this time? Alright.
Nick, if this is your final proof, don't you think you should choose a little better?
You mean that was the wrong evidence? Everyone looks kind of puzzled. You shouldn't have bet on the hole in the window. What if it is just the same pistol somehow? I doubt it. Yeah, nah. I kind of figured. Hole in the window, more like hole in your evidence. I mean, I haven't presented the bullet yet, so might as well. That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term, it came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of the weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. Quite accurate. So just compare the bullets, huh? We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet very buried in your shoulder. Can't speak. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Again, not screaming. So dramatic. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Yeah, they're going through the flashback again. And that's the scream. That scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma? Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me! So it was you. You and your father are my curse! Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death, death.
And the desk isn't shaking with him, huh? Layering issues. Like a wussy, I might add. 15 years later, or 15 years earlier.
Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry.
Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you.
I was careless.
Sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time.
Edgeworth!
This doesn't help your case, Karma.
It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me, penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain. A horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny.
And it's the same animation from the start of the chapter.
In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later he spoke through a medium blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge, what are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now end it.
Very well. I always use the most fancy-sounding pronunciations for everything with him. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes,
Yes, Your Honor.
You are innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. ×2 electric boogaloo. That is all. This court is adjourned. Yeah, the court confetti! Every court has it!
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! You crushed his dreams! He's dead inside! I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it.
I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself.
I don't get why we don't get to see the guy who actually does it get marked as guilty. Yeah. As much as I love Miles, she's so freaking dark. It's sometimes, yeah.
But now it's all just a good memory.
So, it's finally over, Edgeworth.
Right?
Yeah?
I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try thank you.
I see. Thank you, Wright.
You're welcome. Gay.
I think you could have done better than that.
Sorry, I'm not good at that sort of thing.
You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
She's got you there.
Woo!
Gumshoe just comes barreling in.
Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. In the night, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see. Woo. I feel foolish.
Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded.
Hey, y'all!
Oh god, where did she come from?
Lotta! Yo, we're great in there.
Thank you.
Yo, Edgeworth, congrats!
Thank y'all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park?
Huh?
It's over, Nick. My life is over.
Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now?
Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world.
You don't look sick. Oh. The name I don't know how to pronounce.
Great.
It's Cayenne. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick! She's leaving me behind!
Should have seen that coming.
Yo, Edgy, there you are!
Beyonce.
Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight. You come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right?
I think you'll be fine, Larry.
Right.
Yeah, what's up?
That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it.
Well, yeah, that's not strange. People give money, give money away to celebrate sometimes.
It's $38, right?
Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly?
Nick, wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school?
38? No.
No, Larry, it was you!
What are you so surprised about, right?
Huh?
Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect.
What?
Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history.
Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you?
I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember?
Yeah, too well.
Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
I know.
Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? After 15 years of interest, 38 is 69.
Edgeworth. You should have told me.
No, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes. There you have it.
Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did.
Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death! The death sentence for both of you! Man, if I had only known I'd have become a prosecutor! Same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. Thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all.
Edgeworth.
Want to switch, right?
Hey, y'all, line up to take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go.
And after that, dinner's on me.
It's a party over here. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Edgeworth Investigation Stream 1. When we get to it! Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. Is he drunk? He's hungover. My head hurts. It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter?
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm gonna do here, or what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
Goodbye? What time is it? The first trains for the mountains have already left to the station. I guess I'm too late.
Hey! Nick!
Maya! So, you're leaving?
Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Objection!
Wait. What?
Then you're just a medium. Then you're just medium. She's mid! No! I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped me and Mr. Grossberg and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence?
Literally.
Wait, he's still carrying all this shit around? He still has a metal detector in his back pocket? A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick.
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
Huh?
Going to complete my training and come back.
Okay, I'll be waiting. Emotions. Is that not the point of being a medium, to call dead people to do stuff and talk to you, so you don't have to do anything? Honestly, true.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
I don't know about that. I'm loving this game. I'm already looking forward to the second game eventually, but I am going to be playing Sonic Frontiers between.
So, this is it.
See you soon, Maya. Why is that so well drawn?
Thanks, Nick.
Haha, I got the screenshot before it faded. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Yeah, you heard that. I know you heard that. Ha! I don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. I got a bad feeling about this. And the credits. Was that really the last chapter? Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? This is all going on its own, by the way. Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop.
And Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you'd call a cheap date. Huh? She's in Hawaii right now, yeah.
Why? Why, Larry? Please tell me Larry, at some point in the series, finally gets a girlfriend.
Who, right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful.
He does not. Larry needs to keep it local. He doesn't. He never gets anyone. Oh god, what was his voice? Phoenix Wright, huh? The defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. You should know I've taken over the management of the Gatewater Hotel. Should you be in the area, please stop by. So his name is Bellboy.
Oh, it's you, Phoenix Wright. Yes, me as understudy, was he not? I remember how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. The days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
This girl is a cut out of the one he's actually dating, isn't it?
Oh no. Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Ah! No, she's talking on her own.
Scumbag, ew. I hate the fact that in the end she was kind of a creep, but not even bad. Like, I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess's out. I sure owe that Mr. Ray a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know? Now you're using, what is that, Rose's voice from Monster Inc.? I mean, I was gonna go with the chocolate lady from SpongeBob.
Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess training cards. She said she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway?
We call it the chain smoker voice. Yep, yeah.
Chocolate. I remember when they used to make chocolate, or when they invented chocolate. I always hated it. Right, who's that? You wanna talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But you know, I snuck into the studio the other day. And I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy in my tender age.
Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind him, there's a ghost. For real? No, that's a talent. I'ma be famous. I remember someone at work argued with me how she pronounces it chocolate. Oh, there I actually was a ghost, huh? Wait, look at Gumshoe throwing the confetti. Oh, that's a look. Oh, I just saw the... Hang on a minute, I forgot to screenshot. Fuck! Oh, achievement, turnabout goodbyes. Oh, there's one more episode. Yep. Now you have to do it all again. Question. How long is this chapter, out of curiosity? Is it just like one final, like, quick goodbye, or is it a full-on thing? I'm not asking... you don't remember? I'm asking people who do remember then. Remember now! Stop being bad at memories! Yeah. But I also saw that look that Edgeworth was giving Phoenix at the end. Also, yeah, completely different characters here in this, so, what does that mean? I sure as heck don't, because this is the first time. Yeah, that ain't helpful. Does anyone here know? I want to know if I should just blast through right now or if it's worth another stream. I mean, I guess I'll at least get to the save, yeah. At this rate, at the rate you're going 3 streams. Epilepsy? Sort of? Walkthrough says 4 days. What does that mean? 4 days. Animation? Excuse me? Day of trial, day of investigation, day of trial, etc. Ah. It says it's long, alright. So this is gonna have to be another stream entirely, but I'm just gonna get through this beginning cutscene. We'll see it at the beginning next stream anyway. Well, title screen. Alright then. In that case, I guess we'll probably still have another stream or 2 depending on how long that ends up being. Maybe 3. That last one went for 3, so who knows. In which case, we've still got some content, huh? Anyway, yeah. I suppose this isn't over quite yet, and I'll see you next time, I guess? I mean, I kind of expected there was going to be another chapter, but I didn't think it would be a long one. I was expecting, like, a short epilogue. I was thinking 4 would be too short. Like 4 days, like, in-game time? I mean, like, usually we go through 2 days. I was thinking 4 chapters. Oh, 4 chapters is too short. Yeah. I mean, again, I knew there was 5 chapters, but I expected the 5th one to be just an epilogue. Something that's 4 in-game days long and could take up an entire stream or 2. That was unexpected. The fact that we have a chapter isn't what's surprising me, it's just the length. Anyway. I guess I'll see you then, huh? Goodbye, I guess. Good night. See y'all later. Whenever next time ends up being. Also, Phoenix has had some business within a period of 2 months after dethroning the unbeatable Karma. Oh yeah, definitely. Absolutely. But they're not important to the story, so who cares? Anyway, yeah, bye.